Good morning. So we're going to give you a recap. This is our day. We're waiting for our pickup. We're going to recap of what we did for our trail trip in 2014. So we started at Sam's Gap and we hiked up to Devil's Fork. So if you look at elevations, that was our very first day. It was 8.8 miles. You can see we had a nice, we actually, since we're going from right to left, we actually had a nice little downhill at the very end of the day, but our feet were sore. Then we jumped over the next section and we end up going from Spivey Gap to Nolichucky up there at the top. You can see where we did a lot of ridge walking, lots and lots of switchbacks. In fact, that was the 18 switchback day. And from an elevation side, you can see we went down, 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 down to the Nolichucky. Then we decided to do the overnight. The overnight, we went from Sam's Gap and we hiked up Big Bald and stayed at Bald Mountain Shelter. And then we went, you can see the elevation, it was a hike up, hike up, hike up. At Big Bald, you saw some great views and it started to rain, and then we walked down to the shelter. Then the next morning we packed it up and went from Bald Mountain Shelter over to Spivey Gap. So that was a downhill day from Spivey Gap down, and that was 6 miles. The wind went from Indian Grave back to the Nolichucky. And that was a nice little downhill day for us also. As you can see, we picked Indian Grave over here, and we came down to the Nolichucky. Now we have to move to a different map, because we have now finished that map. Woohoo! And we're starting a new map. On this new map, we went from Iron Mountain down to Indian Grave. And from an elevation side, you can see it was kind of a half dozen of one. It was up and down day all day long, going from Iron Mountain, Iron Mountain all the way over to Indian Grave. So we had up and downs all day on that day.
And the big Unaka.
And the big Unaka, as you can see right there in the middle. That was a nice climb up. Then we went from Hughes Gap.
Missed one.
Hughes, what?
No.
This one?
Okay.
Indian Grave?
No,
Iron Mountain?
okay, you're fine.
Hughes Gap, which is right before Rose Mountain. Hughes Gap. And we went all the way back to Iron Mountain. So you can see the trip we took there and the elevation that we did that day. It was a nice rolling day. We had a nice uphill. We did the uphill first with fresh legs. Then we came over and had a nice rolling day. A couple little steep uphills and downhills. And that was it. So that's the end of our 2014 recap. We saw 108
Yeah.
F3s. Is that one of them? Fs? Oh, I'm sorry, Fs. They're called Fs, the red salamanders. We saw 4 deer on the trail this year, thinking one was birthing. We saw a turkey. So a lot more wildlife and a snake.
And some bird with whiskers.
And some bird with whiskers, which we have yet to identify, which we will be working on and getting updates. But thanks for joining us on our 2014 trail trip. Hope to see you next year.
Bye.